Welcome back once again to another recap of Ready to Love Season 4, the finale. This one is regarding Joelle and Verneasha. But before we jump into this, hit your subscribe button if you're new here. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the video. And also feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section below. So with this couple, Verneasha and Joelle, again, the couples had to meet each other, family and friends. And so Joelle had to meet Verneasha's daughter, her mother, and her stepfather. And I would say, because I usually like to summarize and then kind of analyze and give you guys, my commentary. For the most part, this particular interaction with these two and her family members was about children. Now, I know that the mom was definitely excited, to get to know, and especially the daughter. I mean, she really wanted to know, a lot about Joel and who is this man that mama's bringing around. And one thing Verneasha did say is that if my kids don't like him and my stepfather don't like him, I don't like him. So she's definitely banking on the opinion of her oldest daughter and also the opinion of her stepfather. So Joel, he does, of course, show up, and she's glad to see him. The thing is, again, both these two, she has 3 kids. He has 2 kids. And that was pretty much the topic of conversation. Besides the mom asking, Joelle, well, what are your intentions with my daughter? And I think she was being funny with that, because that's something that you would usually ask a teenage girl that's going out to the prom or, dating a new boyfriend. But it seems as if the family was definitely impressed with him because, he was definitely very friendly. He asked them questions as well. It wasn't all one-sided where, her family just drilled him over and over again. He threw some questions back at them too, which I thought was pretty cool, because I think with the other couples, we really saw it one-sided. So again, the biggest thing was, how you going to take care of my daughter, and support her. And one thing about Verneasha got a lot of businesses going, and the girl is working. And the one thing that Joel did say is that he's going to support her in everything that she wants to do. The girl just opened up, I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, she opened up her beauty bar, and congrats to her. She got a lot of stuff going. And so she's going to need that guy who's going to understand the life of an entrepreneur. And I think he is as well. I know that he's also, into acting and things like that, but he's an entrepreneur as well. So these two on the occupational level, I think they fit well together. Now, with meshing the kids, that was one of the questions that come up, the stepfather asked him, how are you? And even the daughter said, how are you going to feel and being a father figure to 3 more kids? And he was like, I don't have a problem with a ready-made family. So I thought that was cool. And he flipped the question back on them as well. How do you guys feel about me bringing my 2 kids into this? And, they pretty much didn't have a problem with it. And one thing I do admire about what Joel said, there was a discussion with him and his deceased wife before she passed, is making sure that when he does eventually move on, that the person that he chooses to be with loves him and those kids. And that is extremely important. Anytime you blend in families, it has to be a situation where it becomes cohesive. And especially I don't know if you guys remember the Brady Bunch from a long time ago. 3 kids coming in from one side, 3 kids coming in from the other side. They got 5 once they put them together. Now, I don't know how old Joelle kids are. I mean, her kids, I think, are in their late teens. So, I mean, they're older. They're not little bitty baby kids. But the thing is, it still matters when it comes to blending a family, and it's extremely important. And I'm glad that they actually had that discussion. This is something that when you blend in families and children's, it's a must to talk about those things. And at the end of this whole conversation, it seems like the stepdad gave his approval. He was okay with it. And her oldest daughter was like, the fact that he seems to be respectful. And she also said that he is the only man that her mom has talked about the most, or that they've heard so much about. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think. So obviously her daughter is giving a big thumbs up when it comes to Joelle. And that counts, because Renisha did say, hey, if my kids don't like him, I don't like him. So let me know what you guys think about that, and blending families, and I mean, especially when it comes to children and everything like that. But for the most part, it went really well, and you do need to have those deep conversations. So I thought that was pretty cool. So now on the flip side, we have Renisha meeting Joel's sister and his niece. And so one thing he wanted to make sure that his sister and his niece pretty much kind of get an idea of who Verneasha is, and as he say, sniff her, smell her, and check her out to make sure that this is the right person. And so and it was so funny. Her name is BB and the niece is Butter. And Butter is the one that I guess Joelle talks a lot about to Verneasha. So Verneasha shows up, and they had a sit down conversation. The thing that comes up again in their conversation is kids, because she introduced herself as a single mom of 3 kids, as a business owner. And, his sister was like, did I hear you say 3 kids? I mean, how do you feel about bringing 2 more into your life? And she said, I dealt with kids outside of my own. I've raised kids outside of my own. And even though I might have broke up with the man, those kids have a special place in her heart. So she still didn't break that connection with those children. But she said when she's done with that man, she's done. She don't do drama is another thing that she told them. But, pretty much overall, the interaction went pretty well with them. They didn't ask a lot of hard questions, but the biggest topic of their conversation, what it came down to, is kids, and how that would gel together with everything. So, I mean, again, that's an important conversation. You talking about 5 children. And you have to be on the same page with that. And I think Butter is the one that's helping Joelle with the kids, because the mom passed away. So it was a pretty interesting interaction. The girls, his sister and the niece, seemed to like Verneasha, and Verneasha seemed to like them. She said that she's looking forward to hopefully seeing them again and everything. However, there was a question at the end of this that the sisters asked him, and it seems like she liked you a lot, and a lot more than probably he does. And he said, yeah, I noticed that. And it's okay, to maybe like somebody and get googly eyed early on, but he's more concerned about how fast she did it. So I'm wondering at that time, because again, that was in the fall, have they progressed? I guess we'll find that out as time go on. But, it's going to be interesting to see where this couple go. So it's also decision time for them as well. And they must have talked about wearing the same color, because Joel has this pink jacket on with his shorts. And y'all, Joel got a style of his own. He is his own person. So I ain't going to knock him for that. However, he did say, that as he get closer to that moment of talking with Verneasha, he's getting a little nervous and everything. And of course, when she's walking up, she talks about how at one point Joelle didn't always choose her, but she has felt that she's about to make the right decision. So, it was interesting to see their journey so far. I mean, because that moment that he tried to choose Kyra, that was crazy. That was the point where, Kyra had like four guys at that point, coming for her. But he was glad to see her, and he said, pretty much at this point, we've had our ups and downs. We done been through some things, but, at this point, I choose you because, out of all other women that I've dated, there ain't no other Venetia out there. So I thought that was sweet, and, that definitely put a smile on her face for real. And of course, Joelle wanted to know from her, why did she choose him? And she said that, I can see in your heart that you're a good person. And she also says by, him feeling that way about her, she also want her kids to see her in love as well. And, pretty much show them what love looks like. And you know how she says that she liked the person that Joelle is on the inside, the person that she actually met from, that heart that he has for her. And she said that she had always chose him, and it's always been him from day one. So she wants to continue that journey with him. And he was definitely excited by that. And, of course, they engaged themselves in a kiss and whatnot. But I'm curious to see where both VERNEASHIA and Joelle is going to go with, and what their future looks like. I'm wondering what some of the things are going to happen in regards to how their journey ends on the show, that is, not meaning ending, period. But I kind of want to see what happens next with these two, and whether they stay together, how they blended their children, and how that's all working. I think they look good together. Now, this zodiological match, he is a Cancer and VERNEASHIA is an Aquarius. Now, that's normally not a match, but hey, who knows? There's other things in their charts. Nothing is always absolute or 100%. So, they bring things out of each other. So it's going to be interesting to see, where these two go. I mean, she definitely is feeling him. I'm hoping, that in time, whatever deeper connection he has grows with her, and kind of see where they go. And she even posted several pictures. I'm going to share this with you guys, on and off screen, that they've been hanging out. I think they look cute together. They look better in their own time together than, the stuff that we see on the show. But I actually think they make a really cute couple. Let me know what you guys think. I hope these two go far. I actually hope all three of our couples go far. VERNEASHIA and Joel, Liz and Jason, and of course Chris and Amber. So this is the last video of this particular series. I did a total of 4 of them. Go check out those other 3 videos. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon.